No Other Way, the final battle of the jungle. The jungle held its breath that night, waiting for the storm that was about to unfold. The moon hung high, illuminating the trees with a silver light, casting eerie shadows across the ground. The air was heavy with tension, no chirping birds, no rustling leaves, just a deafening silence. Recently, Sabor, the feared leopard, lay motionless under the old sacred fig tree, a haunting reminder of what had just transpired. Kerchak, the mighty leader of the gorillas, had taken her life with his powerful fists. But instead of victory, the weight of sorrow hung over him, hinting that darker things were to come. As the jungle lay quiet, the aftermath of violence seeped into the roots of the earth. Sabor's body was a grim sight, a testament to Kerchak's rage and the desperate actions he'd taken to protect his tribe. Blood stained the ground, but there was no cheer amongst the creatures of the jungle. Kerchak stood over her, knuckles slick and trembling, filled with confusion and conflict. Was it justice he sought, or just an unquenchable thirst for vengeance? The haunting cries of the jungle's inhabitants echoed in his mind, reminding him that this wasn't just a war against an enemy. It was a conflict within himself that cast a long shadow over the future of his tribe and the boy he was meant to protect. From the darkness of the trees, a figure emerged: Bagheera, the noble panther with fur as black as the night sky, eyes shining like gold. He approached with caution, his movements fluid and deliberate. "You shouldn't have done it, Kerchak," he said, his voice low but steady, piercing through the silence. There was sorrow in his tone as he chastised the mighty gorilla, reminding him of the laws that govern the jungle. Sabor was bound by those laws. "You've sought vengeance, but where does that leave you now?" Bagheera could see the turmoil brewing behind Kerchak's eyes, an unsettling storm that threatened to consume them both. Tension crackled in the air like a live wire as Kerchak glared at Bagheera. He was furious, believing that his actions were justified. "You think you can judge me?" he growled, taking a threatening step forward. "I did what I had to do to protect my own." Bagheera's heart sank at those words. Tarzan, the boy they both cared for, was caught in the crossfire of this struggle. "You fight to protect your tribe," he urged, "yet you're teetering on the brink of madness. What will happen to Tarzan if you let this darkness consume you?" Both knew the stakes were far higher than either of them could imagine. And then the jungle erupted. With a mighty roar, Kerchak charged, fists raised high, ready to unleash his primal fury. Bagheera was quick to respond, darting away like a shadow. He leaped aside as Kerchak's fists came crashing down, powerful strikes that could shake the very ground beneath them. In a graceful swoop, Bagheera lunged, his claws grazing Kerchak's chest, earning a bellow of fury in return. The battle was fierce and chaotic. Trees shuddered under their might, leaves fell like confetti, and the ground trembled as their conflict raged on. Kerchak was an unstoppable storm, but Bagheera was a nimble shadow, fighting back fiercely. Blow for blow, they matched each other, hearts pounding, breaths labored. Kerchak's fury was relentless, but the weight of his wounds began to slow him down. Meanwhile, Bagheera bore his own injuries, a testament to their monstrous fight, refusing to back down. Each moment was a dance of survival, a battle for the jungle, for Tarzan, and for a respect that was slowly unraveling in bloodshed. As their struggle reached its peak, Kerchak's roar filled the air once more, signaling a final charge. But Bagheera stood firm and prepared for whatever was to come. In a split second, he made his move, leaping directly into Kerchak's jaws, knowing that the only way to stop him was to put himself at risk. At the last moment, Kerchak froze, a flash of recognition sweeping through his eyes before Bagheera struck true. Claws found his throat, and with that, Kerchak fell to the jungle floor, grasping for breath, regret written all over his face. The morning sun cast a soft light over the jungle as Kala discovered Kerchak's lifeless body. Her heart shattered. She wept not with outrage, but quiet sorrow. Honorably, she buried him, still grieving the love they had lost. Nearby, Tarzan stood with a hand on her shoulder, offering silent support. In the distance, Bagheera limped away, feeling the weight of victory, a hollow, painful victory that haunted him deeply.